Hello and welcome. Today is the day. It's Friday, Breaking Bad Friday. I hope you guys are doing well. We are watching episode 10 of season 2. Before we do that, oh, you know it. You know what's happening. Flamingo. Bang. Oh, got my coffee, got my flamingos, got you guys. That's all we need, man. Without further ado, let's not waste time. Oh, we got the teddy bear back. Okay, I forgot. Do you know what? I hadn't forgotten about this. I actually remember this last episode. I don't know if I mentioned it. I still think this is where we're going. I wonder where this episode goes. Like, all the stuff that I was speculating about last episode and Walt and where he's going. I wonder if we're going to start to see some of that a little bit. I want to see the fallout. I'm ready to see the fallout. I'm looking forward to the fallout. Oh. Okay. I see what you're doing, show. I see what you're doing. There's two. I ain't falling for it. We know it's not Walt and Jesse. We know. Right? Two though. I wonder if it's to be fair though, it wouldn't do it. Because then the only kind of big two, I guess, are Walt Jr. and Skylar, but they wouldn't do that. Nah, too early? Maybe it's two that we haven't seen yet. I feel like it's too early. Is that weird? In the whole series for like any of the big players to die. So I'm talking like Walt Jr., Skylar, Jesse, Hank. Karen can go. I feel like it's too early. But what is there, like 5 seasons? We're like 2 seasons into 5 seasons. So hey man, we're nearly like halfway through. So could do. But honestly, like it's doing stuff so well and like taking so much time with stuff, and that's good. Like I think that's a real strength of the show. I feel like because of that though, we haven't seen a lot of like Hank and Karen, for example. We've seen bits. We've seen more of Hank recently. But do you know what I mean? I feel like it's too early for anyone to go out because it wouldn't be as meaningful, I feel like, as it could be. So like when I see that, I'm like, nah, I don't buy it. I just feel like it's going to be, it's a bluff. It's going to be someone that we haven't met yet, or someone who's like small time. Maybe it's like Badger or one of those guys, do you know what I mean? And they wouldn't kill off Walt or Jesse. No way. I think they're building up to Skylar and Walt Jr. I think that's too early for that too. I think they might do that, but it's too early for it. Not buying that. Not buying it, mate. This is the thing. The way that the show is like doing things well and taking its time with things means that I just don't believe that they would kill anyone off yet, because they're too good for that. I feel like they'd build it up more so that when they actually do that, if they do that, it will be more heartrending. Hey, maybe that's what they're trying to get you to think. Oh, mate, I don't know, man. It's like 4D chess. I don't know.
I want you well for the weekend.
Ooh, what you got planned, mate?
Mom wants a party.
Okay, well, she wouldn't invite him for what I had in mind, so... Also, yes, my face is naked. Get over it, alright? I don't like it. You don't like it. It's weird. It's just weird. Let's just move on. Too much coffee, mate. That's what that is. I moved too quick and it just fucking flew off. That is the peak of coffee drinking, I'll tell you now. So we see him actually trying to do what Skylar said. And do nothing and relax and be Walt.
You meet.
But that's interesting, because now maybe we're seeing... Pause, but now maybe we're seeing a little bit of like he wants to do the drug thing. Everything that he's been doing has been for a specific reason. Maybe now we find out that he's enjoying a part of it.
It's a fairly common occurrence, easily treated.
This is nice, that they can just sit down and have a nice conversation. We're seeing the fallout of last episode and that bonding. That's nice.
You mean like remission good? That's great, man.
Oh.
Mr. White, you kicked his ass, yo. No. I mean, what do we...
Is he going to try and pull out? Oh, is he going to try and pull out of the whole thing? Maybe that's what we're going to start to see a little bit of. And then Jesse's going to be like... Because, you know, it's going too well. These guys are getting on. Jesse's showing a little bit of love. Like, it's all fucking gravy, mate. And now Walt's going to be like, yeah, so I don't actually need to do this anymore. I'm good. I'm fine.
Take our time and stay cautious.
Okay, no, he's still
Sell
in.
off what we have.
And then... Oh.
Well,
I'm out.
I'm done.
Yeah, they're not going to let him do that. Jesse ain't going to let him do that. Saul ain't going to let him do that. The fucking cartels ain't going to let him do that. Oh, do you know what, though? Good on Jesse for not blowing up at that. Hey, Jesse took that way better than I thought he would. Fair play to him, because at the end of the day, he's made his money. He's met, like, if they sell the rest of what they've got, he's made his money. He's good. Like, okay, Jesse's probably not going to manage it very, like, his money very well, right? He's going to blow it probably quite quick. But he's made the kind of money that you would see a lot of people for a very long time. It's good to see the maturity and also the bonding between him and Walt. That he's like, yeah, I get why you'd be done. Like, get out.
Okay, I'm gonna stop with this happy stuff. Yeah.
Again, I can't do it, man. I hate speeches. I'd be stood there like, ugh, cringe. I have to be at least like tipsy to be okay with a speech. I'll be honest with you, because I've been there, and I got through it. And I actually went to the guy and I was like, "That was an amazing speech, mate. That was so good." But I was actually pretty drunk by that point. Like, I have to be.
When I got my diagnosis, I said to myself, why me? The other day when I got the good news, I said the same thing.
Interesting. So maybe this is like a moral thing for him as well, because we saw in that episode in season 1, was it Domenico? I can't remember, the guy that he killed. Essentially, there was talk about, was there talk about his soul? Was that my word or his? I can't remember. But that was the point, right? That was the point. It was this idea that his soul was tarnished, that he stepped into this place that he couldn't come back from. I guess from what we just saw there, in his head, it's like, why me? Why have you chosen to save me? I'm not a good person. Is he going to get some kind of like almost messiah complex of like I'm untouchable? But that's interesting. It's a little bit of an insight, I think, into his psyche and where he's at the moment, and I guess maybe the mixture of emotions that he's going through and that confusion. Like I talked last episode about that kamikaze mindset. He almost didn't have to worry that he was going down a dark path, because he was like, well, it's going to be over soon, I'll be dead and I'll get what I deserve. I guess that's where he was coming from. But now he has to live with it. Now he has to actually do the work perhaps to deal with it, because he's sticking around.
Anyway, thank you for coming.
Do you know what? I liked his speech more.
Well, what's the word I'm looking for? Anyway, good, okay?
Walt, man, what is going on? Well, I say what's going on with you. We know what's going on with him, I guess. I'm so looking forward. Pause. I'm so looking forward because I feel like the next thing to come from Walt, and I might be wrong, but I do feel like the next thing to come from Walt is going to be something very, what's the word? Fuck, I'm doing a Hank. Very volatile, I'd say. He's in a very tumultuous place, I think, emotionally. It's very, his mind's in a bit of turmoil. And we just saw from that speech, he's not particularly giving a shit about social propriety either. So even like in his own life, perhaps he's going to start to like mess some shit up. We'll see. But I feel like the next thing that we're going to see, next big thing that we're going to see Walt do is going to be to fuck up something.
Go ahead.
Well, don't make it sound like a death sentence, Walt. Tell you, man, tequila is a hell of a one to start him on.
Livers, okay? Like a...
Yeah, Walt's getting drunk. He getting fucked.
But, hey. Whoa, what you doing there?
What does it look like I'm doing?
Hello.
It's 16.
What are you looking at him for?
You know what I was just saying a minute ago about being volatile? Dangerous water, man, when Hank is fucking that guy. Hey, good on Hank.
Hey!
Oh, shit.
Bring the bottle back.
Someone's going in the pool.
My son, my bottle, my house!
Oh, buddy. You are throwing up later.
Always call it a day.
Bless Hank. Hank's totally, like, stepping up to this situation in a mature way. Good on him. Yeah. Little smile. Interesting. I feel like maybe he's bringing a bit of Heisenberg into the fucking... into Walt's life, right? But then we did see the meeting with Jesse where he was like, I'm out. Once we finish this, I'm out. So maybe... I mean, look, hey, he's absolutely not out. But I wonder what reason the show is going to give us. I feel like the most interesting, for me, personally, would be if Walt got to a place where he decided for himself that he wanted to get back in. Like himself, not forced, right? Like, I feel like the easy option would be for him to be forced back in. Or like Saul or someone being like, no, you can't get out. You're going to make us some money. I feel like that's the easy road. I want to see him emotionally get to a place, and I feel like it might happen, get to a place where he himself is like, I'm this person now. I've unleashed this thing within me, and this is who I am. And maybe he gets to a place where he realizes that he would miss it. He's out of the box to a certain extent, to the point that like this family life, this barbecue, this gathering, this polite societal meeting of friends and family or whatever it is boring. And he has to spice it up somehow by, being like, hey son, drink some tequila, let's see what happens. Then Hank's like, hey, let's just calm it down, yeah? And then he's like, what? And then he goes at Hank. So that's my theory, I guess, I think, that I'm working with. I think he's finding that normality boring now, which is nice. I feel like that's planted, I feel like the show's planted the seed for him to work out for himself that he wants to continue as this drug dealing overlord.
We're supposed to wake up
Ever?
Oh, it's interesting that like the dynamic has switched as well. We have this like nice kind of normal relationship with Jesse and Kristen. I can't remember her name. Sorry. You look at the other side with Walt and Skylar and Walt Jr., who are supposed to be the calm, mature family that's, you know, the normality that is kind of falling apart now. And like Jesse, who was the one who was falling apart at the beginning, now has this, and it's just flipped it around a little bit, which is interesting.
Need some help?
No, I got it.
But I like it. It shows the characters in different lights, which is always interesting because, you know, it's kind of boring if you just see the same things from the same characters all the time. And that's not really truthful, I guess. You know, people are multifaceted. They are capable of different things depending on different situations and different people that they meet or whatever is happening in their life. And we're seeing that from both sides, I think.
So what are you up to today? Working?
I'm all yours.
And I wonder how much like last episode actually affected Jesse, because we saw that like little vulnerable moment, the emotional moment that he had, where he was like, pause, where he was like, oh, I wish I'd stayed. I wish I'd gone to wherever they were going to go, right? See that, go to the museum or whatever. And like even as quick as the next episode in, we're seeing him, the results or the consequences of what happened there and the inner workings of what was going on with Jesse, I think. And he's like, no, if there's an opportunity to do that thing and avoid the possible trauma and danger of that, I'm going to avoid that shit and I'm going to take the fucking thing, you know, and go to the museum or like whatever and enjoy life more.
I'm not exactly sure who that was yesterday, but it wasn't me.
Are you sure, Walt? Because I don't know, man. That is very much a part of you now. We are half and half. We are Jekyll and Hyde in it, mate. Yeah, it's going to get interesting as well because he's running out of excuses, right? So obviously he used the cancer stuff as a big part of like why he was doing some of the things that he was doing, and he's running out. He's kind of run out of that as an option.
Wow, who brought the churros?
He's been battling cancer.
Skylar.
Sorry, mate. You could see his boner just go right down there.
Got some real buttes.
See, Walt though, mate, if you buy that, Skylar's going to be like, where's the money come from, mate? Boy's going to start running into trouble. That's all I'm saying.
Set you back about 1,200.
Not an issue.
All right, big boy. Put those balls away. Fucking hell. Dangling all over the place. Fucking knock that kid on the head. You know what I mean? Like, what's going on here?
Is that your door or mine? Sounds like mine.
You're going to be your dad. Yup. That guy has dad written all over him, mate. Graffitied on his arse.
It's your dad?
No, dude.
Yes?
Hello?
Hi.
Oh, he's not taking it well, is he? Mate, blink. Dad, blink, please. No.
Did you need something?
Yeah, mate, read the room.
Dad, why don't you come in? It was nice seeing you.
Hey, son. Are you home early?
Now he's got Walt back on again. Do you know what I mean? I feel like there's gonna be a little bit of flitting back and forth. You know, he's opened the box of Heisenberg, and I feel like Heisenberg's gonna just creep back in every so often, you know. Listen, mate, you need a hobby. Do you know what though? Furniture, good, progress.
With your dad. I totally just misread your total diss.
If anything, I was doing you a favor.
You seem cool to me.
Oh, Jesse, mate, your radar is off. That guy don't blink, mate.
You acted like you didn't even know me.
So?
Dude, trust that she knows her dad better than you.
All right, I'm talking about us. You and me.
Who's you and me?
Oh, fuck. Oh, man down. Man down. Fucking man down. Oh, mate. Yeah. Ouch. Bless him. Hey, look, it's fine. Clearly they're at different stages in their relationship. He wants more. Man, was it just me, right? Pause. Was it just me who got, like, confused as fuck about stop signs as a kid? I was so confused. And, okay, so I didn't ask questions. It was my fault, okay? It was on me a little bit. My impression of stop signs was, I was like, how do you get past stop signs? It tells you to stop. It doesn't tell you to go. Like, in my head as a kid, I was like, you just sit there waiting. And if you found a street with a stop sign, you're fucked. Because you can't go. It says stop, mate. It says stop. To this day, I see stop signs and, like, a little part of me goes like, you can't go, mate. You can't. Yeah, dude. Skylar's gonna be asking questions, mate. Yeah, she's gonna blow up at him. She's there, pregnant, working full time, and she's gonna come home and be like, what are you spending all the money that I'm earning? I swear this man comes in crotch first.
What's wrong?
Okay, good, mate. Walked in with his head. Progress. It begins. No, hey, look, I'm willing I'm willing to think the best of him there. He was just comforting a fellow human. Until I say dick, he's absolutely fine. Oh. He did the two-hand, though. I'm not sure if that was a fellow human handshake there, my friend. By the way, I am picking up on the radio they're talking about inflation and tight spending and shit. Like, Skylar's gonna be like, how are you affording all this shit?
Are you going to work today?
Tyler, there's rot. Going back.
Did he just spank him? I tell you, man, I'm quite liking this new Walt. Spank that ass. Oh, man. No Saul this episode. What the fuck?
Good night.
Oh, damn!
Well. It's fucking Skylar taking her dick out. Interesting turn of events. Maybe that's going to be the catalyst that's going to send him off into Heisenberg town. Because you've got to imagine he'll find out eventually. Because I'm just assuming that they're going to... Skylar and what's-his-face are going to sleep together. Something's going to develop there. It might be a slow burn, that's fine. But, you know, we're going to see perhaps Walt find out about that, and maybe that's going to, like, push him away into... It's like, well, you know, this family life, this normal, happy family that I think I have and had and thought I was returning to isn't there anymore. And so it's like, well, what else have I got? Well, I've got Heisenberg. Is this guy... What, you got to say something, man. That's weird.
You're buying the wrong matches.
Interesting that he's helping him. I thought he was looking because it was competition. And he was going to be like, don't you fucking dare, mate.
And don't buy everything in one place.
Look at him taking this guy under his wing. Fucking Darth Sidious, mate. I tell you, man, that's not his Darth Vader, though. That is not his Vader. It's Heisenberg making an appearance. I feel like he's taking the wheel a little bit. Yeah, I feel like we're moving towards a place where it's like, it's that Jekyll and Hyde relationship. Ooh, is he going to recruit them? Pause, before we see this. Yeah, I feel like we've got this Jekyll and Hyde relationship now. Well, you know, we've had that for a while, I feel. But I feel like the dynamic obviously has changed because whereas before he was doing it because he felt like he had to, right? Maybe, like I say, maybe now we're finding out that he enjoyed being Hyde. Maybe he's going to start to realise that as well. You know, so now it's not a case of every time he does it, he's doing it because he has to. Maybe now he starts to do it because he enjoys it, which is super interesting. And, you know, I'm excited to see him lean into that. You know the thing, what I said before about him being like, this is competition? Nice. I told you, man. That's what I thought when he went up to the trolley. I was like, oh, it feels like he's like, competition. Fucking called it, mate. Fucking called it. Nice. Fucking Hyde, mate. See? It's his. Like, this thing that he's built, it's his. And he's maybe starting to realise that a little bit now as well. For all of the reasons that I've been kind of talking about, right? I feel like, you know, there's that element of kind of, he stepped too far into the dark to really get rid of it fully. And we're seeing that battle we saw at the beginning of the episode with him and Jesse talking, and he was like, yeah, I'm out. As soon as we get rid of this stuff, I'm out. That is not the fucking guy that we left the episode with, right? He's not out. That guy's not out. That man that we saw at the end, he ain't out, mate. So yeah, that's interesting. We'll see. Because look, we all love like a Jekyll and Hyde story, man. And it's really interesting, especially if it's done well. You know, that warring of the two sides of a person. I feel like we're going to go on and we're going to see that happen in maybe really interesting ways. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, all of the things that I feel like I talked about being excited about going forward because of the decision that they made last episode with making him recover, we are seeing that. I feel like we're going to start to see him fall into the darkness. We're starting to see the cracks in his normal life. You know, Skylar is taking a bit of a shine to the other guy. She's in that house, in that relationship. You know, Walt's different. He's doing all this stuff. I'm surprised that she didn't call him out on like buying all this shit. Maybe that's going to come. I don't know. But maybe that also shows how far she's gone to not giving a shit about Walt so much. You know, go back a few episodes, go back several episodes, even last season, the Skylar that we saw in the relationship that they had, she was paying attention so much to him, and she was present in that house. She knew everything that was happening. She gave a shit about the fact that he had a second phone, to the point that now when stuff is starting to happen, she's not even noticed. she's not even noticed. I think that speaks a lot to where she is in their relationship as well. So I feel like while Walt, I keep talking about Walt moving away, moving into the darkness, I think we've kind of seen Skylar move away to a large extent. Forget the fact of all the stuff happening at work and the fact that I think she's taken to her boss. Even without that, even when that wasn't there, this episode has shown that she's moved away to a certain extent from where they were. We're starting to see the cracks in all of that, and we're starting to see the distance, I think, that I started to talk about right at the beginning of this season, I think. And that distance that's been created, we're starting to see that settle on the relationship. And I feel like that's going to push them apart into different places and interesting places as well. And I feel like as a result of Skylar's actions, Walt is going to go so much harder, especially if he finds out as well. Gonna be juicy, mate. Gonna be juicy. Alright, with that said, let's end the episode there. Thank you for joining me on this one. If you'd like to support me, there are some links down below. I do have a Patreon as well. If you do watch my Breaking Bad Fridays every single Friday and you're not subbed, please do consider doing that. That helps me out a great deal. Other than that, thank you for coming. It's been a pleasure having you. Hope you guys are well. We'll see you next week, or maybe sooner. I can't do that. My face is bald as shit. Thank you again, and hopefully I'll see you next time.